I was thinking like usually like in media or like things there hasn't been much like actually going on. If you think about it, like even like with sports or with like anything.
Yeah.
I feel like what took over the world, we were talking about this earlier, is fucking like the past 2 months was Andrew Tate.
Word.
So that's why I wanted to talk about him today, because I was
Word.
like, to be honest, we're probably a little late, but the food's already banned from the internet. He popped off for like I feel like he peaked like 2 months.
Question.
The last 2 months.
And it's funny because the first time I heard that name, I didn't know who it was, but Cheeks, what up? You know who it is. But he brought that man up. His daughter was like, yo, he loves Andrew Tate. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And it was a pelon-headed ass fool. And I thought this fool was like a chola or something, but nah, this fool's a fucking, this fool's a, he talks his shit, He speaks his truth. I don't know if it's truth or not, but he speaks his mind or whatever. And
yeah, he's very opinionated.
It makes sense. It does. Okay. And then you showed me a joint, but before you showed me a joint, the other day I saw a joint by Joe Rogan explaining that I think it was Joe Rogan that was saying Andrew Tate is opening minds for men. When I say men, older. I'm not gonna say younger. I'm not gonna say younger than me, dog.
I would say
younger than us.
I think that was his
like
demographic.
His main core,
I feel like
like 16.
Not us. So not us. So not us.
Like Gen Z.
Nah, because I feel like
you
we're.
think for Gen Z?
Yeah, I think it's meant for Gen Z because I feel like us, we're millennials, so we're like.
So what? We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't listen. We'll ignore him. We'll just be like.
I would like to think of us as more like we're in the middle of both. Like we understand, like where he's coming from, because a lot of the things he was saying, like we still kind of grew up with those like traditional values. I guess.
Word.
But we're also open to like new societal terms, like where like we understand like all right, some things that used to be okay in the past is not okay to say now. So that's why I feel like we're in the middle, whereas like Gen Z is like I guess if you want to go political, it's like super hardcore left or super hardcore right. And I feel like he was like feeding into like the younger generation because they're like easier influence, and plus they're on social media every day. He blew up on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
So the easier influences are they easy to manipulate or like what? Because I know
I wouldn't say manipulate, but I would say like those are like the ones that are most influenced. So I would say people our age is probably not on TikTok as much as like middle school and high school kids. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're consuming that content on a higher level.
They are like the clickbait generation.
Yeah,
the Gen
really
Zs?
is.
Yeah, because whereas like us, we're just like, fuck that shit. Like,
yeah, for us it doesn't
and that's why I was bringing it on. I was like, we'll hear it, but we won't fully take it in. Like
like it doesn't affect me. Like if he says like some shit like if a girl has OnlyFans, like I should take all her money. Like I'm just like, oh okay, huh. Like it doesn't affect me, but like the younger generation is like, what the fuck? This guy's like, he's so toxic. He's like, I feel like the younger crowd like kind of like they absorb it and they react to it more. Whereas like us, if we heard that shit, we're like, oh, this food's
but I'm like
kind of corny.
We grew up, it's like we knew like people are just like are crazy, like they say crazy shit
to get
where
views.
Them, it's like, oh, we gotta like.
But the question is,
out of them, I guess.
Yeah, especially because like now it's also like. There's like this reaction culture too. Like I feel like there's a lot of like YouTube channels, TikTok channels, Twitch channels.
They gotta say something on.
Yeah, like they have to speak on everything. Yeah.
All right, so for the Gen Zs and even our generation, when they listen to this man, do you think that he's kind of putting us on to things?
I feel like
that we can follow.
Yeah, so like my personal take on him. Yeah, so my personal take on him is I agree with like I would say maybe 85 to like 90% of the shit he says. And
that's pretty much David.
But it's not like but the thing is like obviously I don't agree with like his like I wouldn't really call him misogynist because misogynist means you hate women.
I haven't heard any like crazy shit from the man.
Yeah, so there has been some like he says like the world would be a better place if every girl had their body count on their forehead. He'll say shit like that. He'll even say
I
like,
never heard that. See?
Yeah, like
the but I've heard shit like that, but not from him. But
yeah, but like he says shit like that. He also says that like women. He didn't necessarily say they're property, but he feels like they should. He has responsibility over them since he's taking care of them. But he's always said that he loves women, that he's like very traditional. Like he wants to like pay for everything. He's very traditional. But I feel like in today's world, that's kind of considered like pretty toxic.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. But
all right. And bro, the word toxic wasn't, when we were in high school, the word toxic wasn't around.
No, this is a new thing. Like this
like a new. The only person that was saying toxic and shit like that was Britney Spears, my nigga. Like that was where I was hearing toxic from. The word toxic grew. It grew.
It's kind of like a personality trait. Like it's almost like accepted.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Which
like,
is accepted in a relationship from both sides.
Yeah, which is like how we were just watching that fucking Kendrick Lamar music video. Like,
thank you for bringing that up.
I watched that and I feel like it's crazy because I know it's not supposed to be like a good thing, but when I see it, the first thing I think is like, it's like a normal like relationship almost. Like it's almost like normalized. Like I kind of knew like what's gonna happen. Like they argue and shit.
That goes back to the thing where it's like generational trauma and shit. Where it's like, oh shit, that shit stems back from like because it's like maybe their parents like are like that. So
right.
They find people that are like that because that's what they're comfortable with, and then it's like that doesn't necessarily mean it's good because it's like tradition, I guess.
Right. Which I guess could also link to like why people don't like Andrew Tate then, because like his values are very tradition. And that toxic shit comes, I guess, from like a traditional household, I guess you can say. But I wouldn't even call that like really, really tradition. I feel like
because a lot of traditions are different.
Yeah, that's true.
You have one tradition with many wives. You have traditions with obviously one wife. You have traditions with I heard in Dubai, you have your wife in the car, right? Mm-hmm. I cannot go in the car unless I'm your siblings or relative.
With the female?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's very different.
Like,
but I feel like most of the world,
when it comes to traditions,
it's still kind of very traditional. I feel like it's mainly here in the U.S. That's very like, it's kind of like, I guess, diversified. I feel like if you go to India,
countries, I guess.
Yeah, like you go to India, they probably still do like.
Yeah, they marry people off.
Yeah, like I think it's different in every culture. So I think for us, when we hear like tradition, especially
stuff
now,
like that, real stuff,
it's kind of like, I guess, triggering to some people. But
isn't that like based in like Christianity? I
guess? Yeah, I guess so. So,
but when you say triggering, some females might love that shit. Like,
yeah, that's what I think. That's what he was trying to say. Like, because he also says that like the people that hate him are also the people that like love him. Like, I guess like in a sense where he's like, I'm trying to get. All right, so he says that like women set the rules on like what they want from a man, and a lot of times the women would choose the traditional man, but they won't say it out loud because I guess it's like politically incorrect. If that makes sense.
If they,
like, I guess like a girl, like if you like I guess it's like a double standard, right? So like if a girl says I want a guy that's like 6 feet tall,
their fantasy, man or whatever.
Every girl
build a man. Build a man.
Yeah, exactly. Every girl will be like, yes, bitch, like you deserve like top tier. And then if a guy says like, oh, I want a girl that's like, you know, she's very like, she's loyal, or she's like, I want her to be in good shape. She's very pretty. Oh, what the hell? Like, you're fucking.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like, why are you fat shaming?
You
why
look like
this?
fucking Bugs Life and shit. Like they're just shitting on it.
That's the thing. It's like there's some truth to what he says, obviously, because it's like stereotypes for a reason and all shit. Like
it's very generalized though. Like
he also uses that platform, I guess, to push ideas that are kind of negative.
Yes.
That's like
I think that's like the main issue with him.
And that's when you use the word toxic in.
Yeah.
Negative, toxic.
But I also feel like it's toxic on both ways though. Like the people that are attacking him, wanting to get him canceled, I feel like they're just as toxic as like he is.
Yeah, it's just like the Dave Chappelle thing where it's like they try to cancel him for his special, but it was like the special was about his like trans friend that
Dave
killed
Chappelle
herself because
word
because of that same like community.
Yeah.
Word. And when it comes to Dave Chappelle, he cannot be canceled because it's his opinion. It's real life. It does go on, and it's a cycle.
But I feel like he's also like a high tier comedian, where it's like a guy like Tate. He just popped off for like a year.
True.
You know what I mean? So I feel like people hold like more respect towards Dave Chappelle, and when he says it, than when like a guy that goes viral on the internet, and then
I believe
what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, but I was watching that. I feel I feel like the opposite side is kind of like what created him, though. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because he fed into it.
Yeah. So
He knows what he's doing.
It probably got him more views, more looks, viral.
Yeah, I mean,
because people get mad, and what makes you mad, like, makes you watch, makes it click, like.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Remember when I forgot what video we did. Wait, was it the game one on shots taken TikTok?
Oh yeah.
Remember? And I don't know, but I was liking all that because remember what I said? I was like, the game can go against Eminem.
Yeah. People
remember when I said that?
Yeah, and then people got pissed.
And low key, I was liking that. Man. I was
yeah,
having fun with it, like, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I feel like
not that I want clout and shit, but like it's like
you like that conversation.
Yeah.
You don't have to agree with,
even when they're like telling me negative shit.
Right.
But I know they're hardcore fans.
Yeah.
And they're very opinionated, dog. Like, come on, son. So it's nothing to argue about. It's just, damn, it's really a conversation.
My only thing is, the only thing I don't.
But this is about women. Like, this is, you know.
Yeah. Like, for
this is like.
Me personally.
It could be real shit. Like, you know.
That's true. But I feel like for me, okay, so like, I first got on, like, I found him. And I thought he was okay, this guy. I thought he was a motivational speaker first because he has like that accent. When he talks very confidently. So I'm like, okay, because like the first video I saw, I even seen The Rock quoted him. He was talking about like
The Rock
Jim.
quoted him.
Yeah, of course he's not gonna say his name.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson quoted him.
And there was a quote where he says, "The guy that goes to the gym every day will beat the." Oh wait, fuck. He says the guy that goes to the gym every day, when he doesn't feel like it, will always beat the guy that goes to the gym when he feels like, or some shit like that. Does that make sense? Whatever. It was a motivational fucking quote.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that shit makes a lot of sense.
And who made that quote?
Andrew Tate started it. You know how like they have sound bites and shit, and they start posting like workout videos and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. I was like, okay, cool. And then once you see one Andrew Tate video, they just start popping up.
Okay, where did that start from? Like, these videos, when they start, like, you know, with these quotes and stuff like that, who started that shit? TikTok or Instagram?
It started on TikTok, then it went to Instagram. But it was actually kind of genius on what he did.
Dummy genius.
Because what he did was he was already like a rich, like, millionaire, but he didn't have like the clout, I guess you could say. But so he has this thing where it's called like Hustlers University, where like he would tell people how to make money and shit like that. And I guess I'm not sure, like, this is exactly how it went, but part of it was, all right, you sign up for his course. What you do is you get his clips from all, like, his platforms.
So this man had a class on the web.
Yeah, like, online class, like, how to make money and shit. And the way he sold it was pretty good because everyone knows the school system here in the U.S. is trash. He was like, you would rather get out a loan and pay $100,000 and give it to get a degree when you can make millions and you're only paying $50 a month. Like, he was pretty good at like selling. He's really good at what he does because he went viral and shit and fucking millionaire.
So it worked.
So it was pretty much like, so you get you create a TikTok account. Like say if I sign up for his class, I create a TikTok account. I go and you know how I make clips for us? I pretty much do that, but with his shit. And then you post it, and then they get a bunch of views, and then you get paid off, like AdSense and shit like that. And then
promoting him.
Yeah, but promoting him. So he never had a TikTok account, but like TikTok was flooded with all his videos.
Uncle is a genius.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I've never thought of that.
Huh?
Like,
because he paid people to do it.
No, people paid him to get his clips, but. So what happened was it's actually pretty crazy.
That's crazy,
So people
bro.
paid him to join his class to get access to all those clips, right? And then from there, after his videos would go viral, they would have like a link. So if people signed up to his class, they would get a piece, like a commission. So not only was he getting paid for each person, he was also getting clout.
Just finessing them, bro.
Yeah, like again, it's pretty genius.
Bro, I think we just fucking figured this shit out, detective.
But the thing is, I don't think it's as easy to pull off, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not.
Dog, we dead ass just solved it.
The fact that
you solved it.
Yeah, but the fact that he was able to pull it off and he went viral in like a year says that, first of all, he's really good at what he does and that he knows how to talk and he actually believes what he's preaching. Like, I don't think anyone could do that. I feel like a lot of people are going to try to copy his technique. I feel like that's one thing he will start.
It's like the same thing with Trump. Like, the more people talked about him, the more people got mad about it, the more, and then it made him a fan base. And it's like he became the president. He literally
really did. I was watching Andrew Schultz. He's like, I haven't seen a bigger cult following of Andrew Tate since Jesus or some shit like that. Yeah. And I thought that was funny. But the thing is, I don't know. The Trump thing, I can see why he got banned off Twitter and shit. I'm not necessarily sure I 100% agree
Trump before president?
No, after he was like impeached and all that shit, he got banned off Twitter.
Yeah, I know that. But what about Trump before president? Because that man also had clout.
I feel like that's what got him to presidency. It was like his clout was going higher and higher.
I feel like because of that shit, that's like where people are not tolerating these figures because it's like,
right?
Yeah, it's just like. It's money. At the end of the day, it's money. It's like,
yeah, because
all these people are gonna be like, nah, we don't really like that. So if you keep that, we're not gonna. Yeah,
because Instagram gets ads and like sponsorships.
Especially TikTok, I guess. TikTok is really strict.
I'm actually surprised about TikTok because TikTok's like a China app. I would think they would want to keep him there, but he was banned off. Like Twitter, I'm actually surprised that he got banned off Twitter. Yeah. Because Twitter wild as fuck. Like you can legit watch porn on Twitter. Yeah. Like, and that's the only reason why I don't understand.
And they haven't relaxed on that, huh? Yet it's still the same.
It's still the same, bro. Like,
and it's Elon Musk's joint now.
I don't know. I feel like he might be.
That was bullshit.
Fell out. Yeah.
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
They got it back. The original owners.
I feel like if
never sold it.
I think if
Elon was bullshit. What? I never knew that, bro.
I think last minute they like cut the deal. But I think if Elon was on there, I don't think Andrew Tate would get banned off Twitter.
Yeah, but if Elon bought that shit, they say that like that shit with Elon Musk was for him to fuck with the price of Tesla to like manipulate it, and then like to try to like show that he had power to like affect Twitter. And then like basically like so he could make money off of.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it's like at the end of the day, if he gets a fine, it's only a couple $1 million. But if it like say Tesla stock went down, right? He buys in lower.
Okay.
And then billions of dollars are made
for the company.
For him. And if he gets a fine, it's only a couple million.
Yeah, especially him.
Off of billions. You know? So it's like true. It was like it's just a finesse.
Oh, right. That makes sense though. Yeah. You know, he's obviously a genius too. But back to like Tate getting banned though. My only thing is I feel like I get like it's different, like freedom of speech. But also, it's like I get Instagram, all the social media companies they have like to please an audience and shit. But like, I wonder where do they draw like the line though? Because I feel like we were kind of like going back to double standards and shit. Like, so Andrew Tate, like, for the most part, he talks about like gym, money, and then obviously the women's shit is probably. I think that's what got him like banned. Is like
That's what people know him for, though.
Yeah,
most, I feel like.
And then, but like for me, when I started watching, I thought he was funny at first because the first video I remember seeing of him was like the sparkling water shit. He was like, "Oh, get in the room with your boys and offer them all sparkling water, and then whoever says ooh bubbles, like you can't kick it with him no more." And I thought that shit was funny because like I'm like that because I started drinking like sparkling water and then once I saw that video, I was like, "Oh damn, that shit relates to me because I don't drink soda no more." And then I started watching like his gym motivation, and he talks about like escaping the matrix and shit. I don't know if you guys ever seen that shit, like the rat race. He's like, "Oh, you guys gotta like get out of the matrix, like make your money, shit like that." So I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I seen the shit about the women shit. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I can see why people don't like the guy." But going back to like the double standard thing though, I'm like, but you can go on Instagram though, and like there's literally girls that talk about like how they hate men and fucking. Like Cardi B legit told people that she used to like drug men and like manipulate them and take their money. And like you can go, and then you can go on Instagram, like pretty much they're like showing like girls' cheeks, like, and their links to their OnlyFans. Twitter is like you can legit watch porn on Twitter. That's what I'm like where do you draw the line? Like who says like I would say Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion has like big influence on women.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
they do.
And I don't want to sound like fucking misogynistic either, but I'm just saying, like, where do you draw the line?
But it's not just them, though. It's a whole fucking army of women now that highly are, like, pretty much like men, dog. You know? Like, as in, like
they have, like, that.
When it comes to, like...
I don't know. I just think, like, it's just not fair anywhere, like, in any sense.
There's no limit, bro.
Like, who
it's
like,
just whatever's relevant.
Word.
Right. Because I feel like, let's just say 10 years from now, like, who knows, like, what you can and can't say on social. Because let's be real, social media pretty much runs the world. I'm pretty sure people use Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter more than they watch the actual news, like, more than they read. Sure. You know what I mean? I feel like that's social media is, like, our biggest influence. But, like, how can you, like, the media companies have so much power where they can decide what is acceptable and what's not.
Word. But then again, remember when we were on Twitter back then,
it was still bad.
There was no limit.
There was no limit, but I feel like it's still pretty bad now.
True.
Yeah, so
true. It is worse now. It is worse. But then again, hey, who created OnlyFans, man? Because they made a billy.
I seen that like 3.6 or some shit like that.
Yeah, they made a billy, man. Fuck.
Hey. I saw it was like $3.6 billion.
Shit.
Hey, whoever's willing to pay for that shit, I mean, that's on them. I wouldn't.
I'm talking about who created that shit. Like them motherfuckers.
No, but the fact that they earned $3.6 billion, that means there's motherfuckers out there that were paying money just to see some cheeks.
True.
I don't know. Couldn't be me, but.
Yeah, I never paid for OnlyFans, but I can't hate on the ones that, did or whatever. That's their, Playboy channel.
Yeah, and I also seen that fucking Tate was supposed to fight like Logan and like Jake Paul. I don't know.
Who what?
Oh, he beefs with
Tate.
him?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that they were supposed to box, or at least they called each other out or some shit like that.
Andrew Tate was supposed to fight
like Jake Paul or Logan
okay.
Paul, or I think they talked about like fighting each other. Or
yeah.
Which I think that would have been like entertaining, but now he can't even like promote the fight like on social media and shit.
Oh yeah, that's kind of true.
Yeah, but I feel like, because
he was how did he get banned if he didn't even have an account?
He had an Instagram account and Twitter and YouTube. He didn't have TikTok though. But I noticed TikTok is not showing his shit no more. I feel like he ruled the world for like 2 solid months, but he was like blowing up for like about a year.
I feel like that's like what happens when you have a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really. What are you selling? Like.
Yeah. I mean, did you see like his apology video and shit though? He came out like an hour-long like video. Yeah. It was like, oh, in the beginning, this and that, and then like kind of like his whole life story. And
I feel like it's kind of like 6ix9ine. It's like, oh yeah, it was funny. Like
when he was
moment, he was at the peak, and he was calling everybody out or whatever. But the gimmick felt like, and then fucking
took it too far.
J. Cole called that, and Lil Pump.
Yeah, same. That's kind of true. Yeah, he's kind of like the 6ix9ine of like social media, low key.
Wow. But 6ix9ine is still a top tier, like
troller. No, but like, do you think like Andrew Tate will like stay relevant after this, or you think he's?
I think it gets old.
You think so?
People stop talking about like it's just like the only reason he's relevant, I think, is because people kept talking about it.
That's true.
And then it just built more hype on itself. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why are people like saying stuff about this guy or what? Who is he or what?
Yeah.
But then it's just like, oh, it's not really that interesting.
Well,
at
this point, I haven't seen his interviews, but he does seem interesting on the topics he speaks of. And I haven't seen the full Sin interview.
That was a good one. He talks about like how he made like his millions off the cam girls and shit. I actually like that one because he was saying like, it was actually, I'm telling you, this guy's kind of a genius, bro. Because like he was talking about like how he would have like cam girls, and that him and his brother and shit would be like the ones typing, like talking to the men, because he's like, we know what men want. like a lot of the men just need like someone to talk to because they don't get girls and shit like that.
These motherfuckers were catfishing.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Like the girls would be on camera
on a like. What is it, like a fucking multiple?
Oh, he would still get girls. Yo, the girls would be there, but he would be the one.
They would do the videos, and he would write the shit.
Like, you know how, like, say I'm FaceTiming a chick, but, like, you can't hear each other, like, but you can, like, text each other?
Yeah.
Him and his brother were, like, texting the dude, and she was just, like, behind the camera, like, being pretty type shit.
Shit.
And the thing is, he said that because, like, he said that men know, like, what other men want. And we know what we want to hear from girls. And a lot of times girls, like, they won't do it. Like a lot of them just need to like fucking like therapist pretty much from a hot chick. Like that's pretty much what he said. That's what he was talking about on that Full Send podcast. That's how he made a bunch of money off his cam girls.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Lonely man.
I might have to check that joint out.
That's what this goes back to. Is like he's preying on lonely and like
but the thing is
that are like not confident in themselves.
The only reason why I don't and he says this too because he was talking to the Full Send guys. Like, do you guys feel bad that you have an alcohol company? Like, you're selling alcohol to people when there's a lot of alcoholics and, like, alcohol is not good for people.
He's telling them that?
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, you make a good point there because, like, he's like, what's the difference with fucking OnlyFans and shit? Like, or, like, doing, like, cam girl. He's like, no, I don't feel fucking guilty. And I was like, damn, like.
It's about morals.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Like, me personally, I don't think I could do stuff like that, but. Yeah, I just think everyone's different, you know? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that, like, the way he thinks, though, is, like, and the way he made his money is, like, okay. Because he's still going to be rich after this. Like,
well, he's still rich right now.
Yeah, he was rich before, and then he's rich after. So, I guess we'll see what he decides to do afterwards.
Word up. Mr. Tate, man.
We'll see what happens.
I never thought
remember,
of talking
you guys
about
remember Coney 2012?
A Tate besides Lawrence.
2012?
You remember that, Pat?
Which one? Coney?
Coney 2012?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Coney was that motherfucker was killing everybody in Haiti. What was he killing?
No, in like the Congo or something like that.
Killing like a bunch of people. He was like, have you seen Rambo, the 2009 joint? This fool was pretty much killing everybody in a village, bro. He was like fucking Hitler for this village, like for this army. Like he was like a general.
Like some African general.
Yeah,
that, like,
I don't know African, but but something like that.
And then people kept buying like the boxes for the donations.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar as hell now.
Yeah, bro. It went pretty big. Yeah.
It was like a big ass campaign.
Yeah. And Smoke Dizza, I remember he made a mixtape off of it.
Who?
Smoke Dizza. It was called Coney. But yeah, wow, that's full. He was trying to be Hitler, I think. Word up.
I feel like, especially now, I feel like he was the biggest news though, like during the summer though, if you think about it. Like he was like.
I mean, this past month, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because like there wasn't shit really going on in the world. I feel like he was the most talked. I think he even said he was the most Google searched man in the world.
Yeah, well, other people said that too. Like he was over like Kim Kardashian and
like Joe Biden and shit like that. Like,
what?
Like, yeah, like he really popped off. Like
that's what I'm saying. People were like trying to Google him, seeing what
he was
going
about.
On, but then it's just like.
And then once you see, like, okay, yeah, but I wouldn't say like. I feel like also like how he says things is what kind of rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah, he's like charismatic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, he says it the Kanye way?
Yeah, kind of. I mean.
He doesn't say it correct. He doesn't say it
like. But you could tell he definitely believes what he preaches, though. Like, he's not. Yeah. Like, I wonder if he really, like. I'm pretty sure he does, actually. Like, the way he talks is the way he lives. Yeah. Yeah, but. I don't know. The only thing as I saw today was that Logan Paul, like, he was talking about how, like, he wouldn't want him on his, like, his own podcast or fight him. I don't know if you guys seen that. It was like a viral clip that went out. And it was pretty much, he was saying that he didn't want him to, like, re-platform him, like, to give him more clout after he's already been banned.
Logan Paul said that?
Yeah.
Why, though? Why do you think?
Well, he said, because he doesn't agree, like, with, he doesn't like the guy. Which I get coming from him. I feel
like they're kind of like the same tactic type of people.
Because remember when he got canceled? Like,
Logan Paul?
Yeah, he showed, like,
he went to that forest?
Yeah, because he went to the suicide forest.
So that's where I was like, like I don't like I believe in like second chance with everybody, but like I was like yeah, like coming from him, I was like, dude, I remember he like that shit was like that was like early like cancel culture, but he legit showed a suicide victim on video and shit.
And his YouTube vlog.
Yeah, and his YouTube is still up, and I'm like, I don't know. I just think like out of everyone, maybe he should have been like all right, a little more empathetic. But I feel I get it because he took like it took him a long time to like rebuild his brand. You know, like I remember he was the most hated guy for a while. Yeah. And then he was the most hated guy for a while, and then he built his. Now he's pretty
I mean, it's like I get like you play like they call it like the boot, like the fucking person who's like hated, you know?
Right.
Like in wrestling, they call like the bad guy the boot, right?
Right.
Or the bad guy, right? You know?
Yeah.
So it's like it's harder to make money that way than it is when people accept you.
Right. That's true. That's true.
You make more money like that, or it's like your life is easier. You don't get lawsuits. You don't get like.
Right. Yeah. Because I feel like now he's more marketable. Like people like because he does like rely on like again like the clean brand of the WWE because he's like a WWE star now. I don't know if you've seen that.
Logan Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he signed like a contract with him. I was like, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
I tried his fucking drink. I don't know if you guys tried his drink though. That shit's fire.
What's his drink?
It's called Prime.
What is it? A liquor?
I should have brought it. Yeah, you can find them like at no. It's like a Body Armor Gatorade. It's like a healthy like.
Oh, I think I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have it like at Target now. I see them at Target by my job. I tried it. The fruit punch and blues red. That shit's fire, bro.
Word?
Yeah, that shit's actually really good. Him and I don't know if you guys know who KSI is. It's like another famous YouTuber.
Who?
KSI.
Yeah.
Like them two like joined up and then they have that fucking. It's like a sports drink. That shit's bomb. It's only like 25 calories. I should have brought it for you guys.
Interesting.
So I have some in my house.
Interesting.
It's just fire. Yeah, but my only thing is I was like hearing from him, I would have thought he'd been more like
open to just like having a conversation.
Yeah, or at least like just talk to him. At least like, so I feel like another thing is that when Tate was like on these like platforms and like talking about the shit he says, it was with a lot of people that agree with him. But I think it would have been better off if like he was with also on shows where people disagree with him. So that way you can have that conversation where it's like all his clips went viral because it was all one-sided. It was all his like from his perspective. Yeah, but we'll see where he goes from here.
Let's see if he comes back. Word up.
I feel like there's more you could say about the dude, but
hell yeah. But that's good enough. Take that.